Spikes, feeds it in. Diener to win it. God, he's done it again! Travis Diener and the Golden Eagles are the champions of TBT.
It can be said for every 2 minutes of championship celebration, there are 8 seasons of dedication, creativity, and sacrifice. TBT, the basketball tournament, turns 8 this summer, and its direction has never been more impressive. Through its 7 championships, there have been over 400 teams who've competed in America's best and only open basketball tournament. Over 5,000 of the best players from around the basketball universe have made each succeeding year this celebration of the game a unique tournament to remember. Year 8 will be even better as TBT welcomes a record 28 college alumni teams, all chasing the $1 million winner-take-all jackpot. It's world-class basketball on the most innovative stage in the game. Uniquely, it's the basketball tournament. Settle in and welcome to TBT season number 8.
Let's do it. We're live in Wichita, Kansas on a Saturday evening. The 2021 TB2 rolling on. 64 teams playing for $1 million. This is the final game of the first round of the Wichita Regional. We've got the Stillwater Stars, the 9th seed. We got the 8th seed. It is the Enchantment alumni team out of New Mexico. Let's take a look at the Wichita Regional. We've already had 7 of the 8 teams punch their ticket to the second round just a moment ago. Everline Drive, the number 1 seed. They took down the NG Saints. The winner of this game, the Enchantment Stillwater Stars, they will take on Everline Drive tomorrow evening. And that one is going to be fun to watch because we know how good Everline Drive is. We just saw them a moment ago. So glad you could join us, everybody. This is going to be fun with my partner, Fran Fraschilla. I am Eric Collins, and Fran, it's time now for you to give us your deep thoughts. This is the final game of the first round of the Wichita Regional. What have you seen so far that stood out?
Well, I think the overall level of competition. You talk about 80% or 90% of these guys are playing professional basketball. We saw NBA guys, G League guys, and guys playing around the world. So typical of TBT, high level of talent. Some very competitive games. Then we saw the number 1 seed look like the number 1 seed in Everline Drive.
Take a look at the overview for what this is all about. This is now year number 8 of the basketball tournament. 63 teams are going to get nothing. 1 team is going to get $1 million to split any way they choose. 4 regional sites. We're underway. West Virginia's underway. Columbus and Peoria will be next weekend, and the championship week will be in Dayton in about a week and a half. The defending champs are the Golden Eagles, the Marquette alumni team. All right, let's talk now specifically about the 2 teams that we're going to see here this evening. Let's start with the Stillwater Stars. They've got a guy that you really like.
Yep, I saw Markel Brown play for 4 years at Oklahoma State. You know, I know that league pretty well, the Big 12, and this kid, tremendous player, NBA player, still playing overseas. You see the resume, I should say the passport, but Markel is the focal point of Doug Gottlieb. I did say Doug Gottlieb. Doug Gottlieb's Stillwater Stars.
Let's switch gears now and talk about the team that the Stillwater Stars will play. It's the Enchantment. It is an alumni team with the Lobos, New Mexico. You know something about that?
I know something about that team as well, and I love those turquoise enhanced uniforms. Drew Gooden, one of their stars, former outstanding player there, and also playing around the world right now.
Well, Anthony Mathis, one of the stars for the Enchantment, he is standing by with the 3rd member of our crew, Jen Hale. Jen, take it away, my friend.
Well, hi, guys. You know what? This is going to be a clash of 2 awesome alumni teams, so evenly matched. Anthony Mathis is one of 10 former Lobos on this New Mexico team. Anthony, tell us a little bit about this TBT squad. Where is your strength?
You know, I think we got a lot of depth. We have a lot of great players. We have a lot of bigs. Drew Gordon, like he said, Anthony Jackson, Jamal Smith. I just think we're really deep, and I think that's going to get us to advance.
Well, I know one of your strengths. After a 10-hour drive here to Wichita, you stepped up yesterday, and you were one of 2 winners in the 3-point contest to advance on to Dayton, Ohio, and compete for over $33,000. You and Connor Frankamp together. Walk me through how you accomplished that on basically no sleep after a drive like that.
Yeah, it was tough, but you know, I had to come out here and get it done. Credit to my rebounder, Jamal Smith. he was doing a great job getting the balls out, putting them in perfect spots. So credit to him, and I just had to come out here and get it done.
What is the key to three-point shooting for you?
For me, I think it's just a lot of reps. Just staying in the gym, constantly getting shots up. Trying to extend my range a little bit and just consistently getting those reps, and I think is a big key for me.
You guys are facing off against another alum team, Stillwater Stars, OK State. TBT is a little bit different. How do you scout your opponent? How do you prepare for a game like this?
I mean, really, the basketball world's a really small world, so a lot of these people know each other. I'm pretty young, so I just came out of college a year ago, so I don't know too many of these people, but for the most part, everybody knows each other, you know what I mean? So we just give each other input, what he's good at, and that's how we scout usually.
Word of mouth. Anthony, thanks so much for your time. Congrats on that three-point contest, and good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Guys?
Jen, thank you so much. Let's get it started. Starting lineup's now going to be brought to you by Air Force Reserve. We start with the Stillwater Stars, the 9th seed, Jeffrey Carroll, Cesar Guerrera, Markel Brown, played a couple of years at Oklahoma State with a guy by the name of Marcus Smart. May have heard of him. 7-footer Jace Johnson and Michael Qualls. That's the quintet for the Stars. They'll be battling with the Enchantment. Kids out of Albuquerque, the New Mexico Lobos. Let's take a look at their starting lineup, brought to you by Air Force Reserve. There is their 5, Jamal Smith. We just heard from Anthony Mathis. J.R. Gibbs, big name, man. He was something when he was a college player. Darrington Hobson, also a pros pro. And Drew Gordon, he is the older brother of Aaron Gordon, now with the Denver Nuggets, but a longtime Orlando Magic forward.
Absolutely, and the brother of Elizabeth Gordon, who was an outstanding player at Harvard University.
I love it when you take it that extra step.
Oh, yeah.
You peel back that onion an extra layer.
We peel it back anymore, I'll start crying.
All right, the winner of this game will have their hands full. They will take on the #1 seed here in the Wichita Regional. They will take on Eberline Drive. All right, there is Doug Gottlieb. You mentioned him just a moment ago. For those of you who don't know, Doug Gottlieb was a heck of a passing point guard for Eddie Sutton back in the day. Couldn't shoot a lick. He'll be the first person to tell you. But man, could he pass that basketball when he played collegiately. He was he ended up in the top 10 all time in the NCAA history. Now, he was lobbing it up to Desmond Mason, so that didn't hurt him. Oh, sure, he could fly. I think Desmond Mason may have won an NBA Slam Dunk. I think he did. That would be kind of fitting since we saw Jeremy Evans in the first game from Eberline Drive, another former winner. Coaching does come naturally for Doug Gottlieb. His father was a long-time coach. Doug grew up in the game. Yes, he did. His father, Bob, was not only a really good college coach, assistant to Eddie Sutton at Creighton, tremendous Southern California grassroots coach, helped many kids go to college. All right, final game of our first round here in the Wichita Regional, one of 4 regionals. Wichita's regional was the only one that got underway yesterday, so this is our second day of first round action. We're going on simultaneously with the West Virginia regional. The Enchantment starts with the basketball. Here's Mathis. As Jen Hale told you just a moment ago, elite shooter is Anthony Mathis. Game's first shot missed by J.R. Giddens. And they went to J.R. right away. Carroll, first shot for the Stillwater Stars. Offensive rebound, Jace Johnson. 7-footer misses the turnaround. JR used to be a swing man. Now he looks like a power forward, but still built. JR started his career in Kansas for Bill Self. And, finished up for Steve Alford, had a terrific career. First-round pick, the Boston Celtics. Back in 2008. Yeah, oh, I'm old. Jamal Smith, the dump down. Here's Gordon, had it blocked away. Nice clean block. Michael Qualls with the rejection. Here's Guerrero. Cesar Guerrero finds Johnson, had it raked away, and it is Enchantment ball. Now this team, Stillwater Stars, a little short-handed. Marshall Moses still playing overseas. They picked up Chase Johnson, who started his career at Utah and finished 2 seasons ago for Steve Wojciechowski at Marquette. Mathis Knocked out of bounds by Markel Brown. No, just went off of Mathis. All right, we're going to have 4 9-minute quarters, but that's actually a bit of a stretch. The first 3 quarters are 9 minutes. The final quarter is never 9 minutes because we finish every game with an Elam ending. Beautiful pass. Guerrero finds Brown at the rim.
Nice set play by Doug Gottlieb, who has always fancied himself as a coach on the floor as a player, which he was.
Tough chance. Hobson misses his first attempt. Gordon misses inside, but hustles to get the loose ball. Here's Giddens. Hobson, a lefty 3. Darrington, Hobson.
And as he went by us, he let us know it was 3.
Hobson back in 2010. Second round pick by Milwaukee. That year he was the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year his final season, playing with New Mexico. Long 3. Carroll with the misfire, but it stays with the Stars. And finally, something falls from behind the arc. It is Michael Qualls hitting the 3.
Another one of those guys like Johnson did not play at Oklahoma State, but very familiar with the Cowboys. He played at Arkansas, right across the border. Tremendous athlete. We'll probably see that on display tonight.
And we've got an official timeout as our 3-person officiating crew getting together and making sure we're on the same page.
Big 12 official Marquise Pettigrew over to the table, getting things sorted out. He's one of the rising stars in officiating.
These guys getting a workout.
Yes, they are. He is. He's doing 2 today.
He did 2 yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Guerrero, what a save. Was he on the end line? He was. Man, but I'm going to give him some hustle points.
Yes,
that
sir.
was a nice performance by Cesar Guerrero to try and keep possession.
Let me tell you something. Cesar knows a little bit about New Mexico, excuse me, the Lobos. Take a look right there, Cesar.
That's a great call.
Yes.
The officials got together and said, you know what, I think he did it legally.
I'm telling you, these guys are better than some people think. You want to criticize the officials all the time, but these guys are good at what they do. Cesar played 3 years for Fresno State, so he knows all about Lobo basketball in that Mountain West.
Played with Tyler Johnson. Just missed playing with Paul George. Quickly the other way.
Oh, nice.
Wow, score the goal. Wonderful athletic play by Mathis.
That's what you call slicing through the defense by Anthony Mathis.
Not just a shooter. On the streak. Catch and shoot Brown. One-handed rebound Hobson. Here we come the other way for Enchantment. Hobson. Rebounded by Johnson. And a foul in the backcourt as the Stillwater Stars are just getting started.
Watch this. Watch the speed by Anthony Mathis. Good kick ahead by Hobson. Right through the defense to the rim. And a good finish by the young man from Westland, Oregon.
They called a technical foul. I don't know who the technical foul was on, but a technical foul on the Enchantment.
Someone here, he's getting picked up, there's someone here, okay?
I think they called it on Darrington Hobson.
Call it.
And he's having a discussion right now at center court with the law enforcement officer here tonight on the court.
33-year-old should have known better. Hobson played 5 games in the NBA back in 2010.
We want Cowboy Curl, let's go, Cowboy Curl. Cowboy Curl, come on, Jay.
Cesar looks like a point guard, doesn't he?
And a travel as Michael Qualls just got his move started. Two-point lead, Stillwater Stars. Stillwater Stars have played in this TBT once before. That was last year in the TBT bubble. It was a one and done. They lost in the first round. Gordon takes his time and his first field goal.
Nice pass by Jamal Smith, the wily veteran who played his basketball a decade ago. Pure point guard.
Guerrero, he gets some elevation on that jumper. Smith cross-court pass to Mathis. Jeffrey Carroll with the rebound. And a beautiful circus shot by Qualls.
That was a good look ahead, but even a better catch by Michael Qualls, and we saw that athleticism we talked about.
Mathis run off the line, had the ball taken away by Carroll. Numbers for the Stars. Markel Brown.
To the rim. Good transition by the Stars.
Smith working on that screen by Gordon. Wow, J.R. Giddens can still do it. Score the goal and a foul. Chance for a three-point play.
And a terrific pass again by Jamal Smith. Take a look, watch him come off this ball screen. Giddens with a great cut behind the defense and still has some elevation. He is now the coach of the women's team at Northern New Mexico College.
Pretty cool.
Yep. Up in Espanola, right back there, up there on the Colorado border.
J.R. Giddens winning share will be sent with Zelt, $78,000. Every team here in TBT, if they win, they can split the money up to $1 million any way they'd like. Some guys can get larger pieces of the pie. Each team's discretion. And bodies just flying together. Chris Olivier is called for the offensive foul. Big man just checked into the game and he gets whistled for the personal.
Big man's got to get his feet wet before he gets his feet going to the rim and charging people, running them over.
1 point game right out of the chute. Stillwater Stars slim lead over the Enchantment. Presented by Puma and by E&J Brandy.
Okay, they got shooter in the...
You take that long ass jump shot in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? What you want? Where you want to be? You playing a 3 right now?
4. Hey, y'all, good shit.
Hey, let's just not let weak ass buckets.
Transition. You know, you gotta get back.
You on the wing. We in Princeton.
Let's fucking go.
Oh shit, this shit feel good. This shit.
TBT, the basketball tournament, is presented by Puma and by E&J Brandy, the official spirit of the TBT. Welcome back, everyone. There's one of the most esteemed alums of the University of New Mexico. That is Kenny Thomas, 11-year NBA veteran. He's the one calling the shots for the Enchantment.
Yeah, the only disappointment I had when I went to New Mexico was he graduated the year I got there.
Whoa.
But really good career making his home in Sacramento, and Very easy going on the sideline. They had a little bit of a training camp this week in Albuquerque. And love the turquoise and red uniforms. Very emblematic of the great state of New Mexico.
Antino Jackson checks in for the first time. He'll run the point for the Enchantment. That is Michael Holyfield into the game, had the ball raked away. Oh my goodness. Look at that dapper fella.
Same hair, I haven't turned gray yet. Pretty good.
You enjoy your time out in Albuquerque?
It's a beautiful place. Great place to live, best weather in the country.
Some of the best food in America.
Green chili stew.
Aren't you supposed to say Christmas when they ask you what sauce you want? You want the red or the green? If you want to say Christmas, you get them both.
You get them both, yep. And you don't say Mexican food in New Mexico.
No.
It's New Mexican.
Yes.
It's terrific, yep. Some favorite spots, favorite friends back there. My accountant's still there in Albuquerque. John
Hopefully you didn't leave all your money down there.
He's watching it well.
Okay, brought it with you.
Doing my taxes. Thank
Brandon
you, John.
Navarrete is in the game for the first time for the Stillwater Stars. Score and a foul! Oh, that's what Brown can do for you. Markel Brown hit a three, and he's got a chance for a 4-point play.
Well, you mentioned his great career playing with guys like Marcus Smart and Phil Forte. That's how you get into the NBA for 3 years. Excuse me. It seemed like 3 seconds to him, but big time shot by Markel. Terrific player, still playing overseas.
Still got some juice in the legs, only 29 years of age.
That's it, yeah, played in Israel this year.
Second round pick, Brooklyn, 2014. 2 years in the Nets, 1 year in Houston.
I talked to Tyrus McGee, who's still playing in the tournament for the Aftershocks. He was in Israel this year when they started bombing the country. He said, you know, I was hurt, so I wanted to leave and get home since I wasn't playing. My Israeli teammate said, hey, that's just Tuesday in Tel Aviv.
J.R. Giddens.
He's got it.
36-year-old. Giddens off to a nice start.
I tell you, J.R. looks good, and he is active on the defensive end. Look at him communicating.
Olivier. That's an old school big man move, just a little bit short. How about 2 for a quarter?
Oh, that's good play.
That's a good play. You're allowed to hit the ball off the rim here in TBT action. Giddens waits for the fly by, another goal.
Now, the only question I had on the play was, did he grab it, did he hit the net? But it looked like a good play.
Smart play by Darrington Hobson.
Yep.
Once the ball's on the rim, it's still live, folks. Offense and defense can hit it off the rim or hit it in.
This Enchantment team, they have a lot of depth also. We saw Eberline drive in the first game. These guys have some folks that can come in and put points on the board.
Well, it's the first time that Enchantment's playing without J.R. Giddens. He sits for the first time. He's replaced by Philip McDonald. Olivier. Ball doesn't stay in his hands very long. He gets it, he puts it up on the rim. Here comes Hobson the other way.
Nice.
And a foul. Just trying to stop the layup. Holyfield is whacked by Olivier.
Big fella Michael Holyfield was a Bearcat. He played at Sam Houston. He's the rare guy on this roster who is not a Lobo, but grew up in Albuquerque, played at Manzano High School. Big fella, shot blocker.
Been around the block. Australia, China, Taiwan, Greece. Of those 4 leagues, which one's the better one?
Same all game.
You got Australia,
yeah.
You got China, you got Taiwan, and Greece.
They pay best in China. Australia's great because they speak English. Greece, the food is best there. Souvlaki, pretty good. The gyros.
Here's a look at how Team Enchantment plans to share their $1 million prize sent with Zell. We talked about the fact that they can just do whatever they want, parse it, move it around, and they choose to have unequal share, which is unique. We haven't seen that so far.
Yep. By the way, I can get you good suits in Taiwan.
Okay.
They all have their.
Do I need to show up, or you can just give them a measurement?
No, you got to get your measurements. Okay. But I can get them for you for about $200 a suit.
Jackson split a couple of defenders. Antino Jackson, his first field goal.
He's one of those 2 guys on the roster that are pure point guards. The veteran Jamal Smith and Antino getting it done.
Wow, nice move by Markel Brown, but he ran into a wall. Holyfield blocks that out of bounds.
That's why he's there, the big fella, 6'11", protecting the basket. Antino Jackson and Anthony Mathis, most recent Lobos, playing for Paul Weir, who did a great job with the Canadian under-19 team.
Fran, this is one of the higher scoring first quarters we've seen so far in 2 days.
Yeah, there's good flow here. Both teams getting up and down the court. Ball movement's good.
The Enchantment feeling their oats. They're on a 9-0 run. Final minute of our first quarter. Thomas missed everything, but Johnny on the spot. Philip McDonald.
And that's exactly how he played in his days as a Lobo, a glue guy. Super glue.
Look at Guerrero. Classic point guard, darts in the lane, sets up his man, but a foul. They're going to call him for a charge. Cesar Guerrero picks up the personal. And Doug Gottlieb doesn't believe it.
The Wiley veteran, 33-year-old Darrington Hobson, put his body on the line. I'm going to predict that there's a good chance Doug could get a tee there. And if I'm wrong,
he's been known to run his mouth.
Oh, I didn't say that. You said that.
Say it again. He's been known to run his mouth.
Well, listen, he gets paid to run his mouth.
Holyfield, another. So the run continues for the Enchantment. They now lead by 6. Shot clock's off.
I like the depth. Kenny Thomas is running them in and out.
Carroll's going to have to fire. And that'll do it for our first quarter of play. So a promising start for the Stillwater Stars, but then they ran into a wall. The Enchantment really found their stride, and they end the quarter on a massive run. They lead by 6. The second quarter is next. The Enchantment leads the Stillwater Stars 23-17.
A high ball screen, and then they're getting out and getting fucking layups.
Our ball where? It's our ball on this side over here. We can go up.
By E&J Brandy.
Good kick ahead, Darrington Hobson to the veteran. J.R. Giddens, 36 years old, former NBA player, and now the coach of Northern New Mexico College in Espanola, north central New Mexico. And that guy was a legend right there. He was a load. When he played in the mountain, it was the WAC.
Kenny Thomas?
Yeah, the WAC. Keith Van Horn, Andre Miller, a guy we saw coach this week.
Michael Doliak?
Michael Doliak, Lee Nalon from TCU, who coached Fort Worth Funk. Some ballers, Chris Herron from Fresno State. Kenny could play.
Get back.
One and done for the Enchantment. First possession here of the second quarter. Roman Martinez has checked in for the Enchantment for the first time. He wears number 3 in white.
You talk about veterans.
Averett darts into the lane, looks for help, throws it away. Thomas, score the goal.
Yeah, Pancake Thomas.
Cleveland, Pancake Thomas, his first deuce.
He needs to get to the Doodah Diner. Right
I haven't been, they tell me to go to the
you
Doodah
gotta
Diner.
get there. Tomorrow's the brunch. Let's get there early.
Jace Johnson spins and scores.
Tell Pat and Timmery I sent you and you will be hooked up.
Done.
It's a great place.
Maybe an extra maple syrup.
Oh.
Up and through. Where you been, partner?
Yeah.
Roman Martinez checks in and drops in a triple.
This guy was one of the more popular players to ever play at New Mexico, Roman Martinez.
Long rebound, Carroll. Figures why not. And he's fouled shooting a 3. He actually spread his legs. And he got the foul called on McDonald. McDonald says it should be an offensive foul. But the officials don't agree. It's going to be 3 free throws coming for Jeffrey Carroll.
We've seen that wily veteran move a number of times from players in this tournament. This young man from Rowlett, Texas, right outside of Dallas. Let's take a look if Jeffrey Carroll got away with one right here. He played in Italy this year. I think the foul was up top anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he got him on the arm. But you could see him spread those legs, trying to draw a little contact.
Coming back into the ball game, Drew Gordon. Gordon had a very small cup of coffee, but anyone gets a cup of coffee, you tip the cap.
Oh,
You
yeah.
spend any time in the NBA, you've done good. Drew Gordon, 9 games with the Philadelphia 76ers back in the 14-15 campaign. Still active overseas, played in Russia last winter.
That means he's making money because they pay well there. China and Russia. You know why?
Why?
Because you got to live there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So these guys go all the way over there?
Yeah, so they're going to pay you money and you have to live there. But obviously, there are some great places there. Guys love Moscow. They really do.
Walls along the baseline. What was the big key in your eyes for the Enchantment in the first quarter when they went on that run?
Depth. They got a lot of guys that can run in and out. They can all play. You can see the chemistry's pretty good, too.
Antino Jackson is fouled.
Antino's pushed the pace, and now Jamal Smith's going to come back in and keep pushing it. And Jamal Smith, I want to ask you, you like basketball history.
I love basketball history.
I know you do. His dad was on a great college basketball team. You want some clues? Want a couple clues?
Yes.
Okay. Jerry Tarkanian.
Okay, so it's either UNLV or Long Beach State.
Well, UNLV.
Okay.
He played with a guy named Sam Smith. He also played with a guy named the late Glenn Gondrzak.
Oh, the Gondrzak family, yes.
That was
Glenn, Grant, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, that was the Hardway 8 back in the late 70s. They led the country in scoring. 105 points a game without a shot clock.
Good.
That was one of Jerry's first great teams. His dad, Robert Smith, was a great point guard.
Nice alley-oop. Jace Johnson finishes at the rim. That's 4 points here in the second quarter for Johnson.
Yep, he's been solid. Good addition, a late addition.
Jackson will go back to the free throw line. I'm curious. We just saw Antino Jackson at the line a moment ago. He played last year 2 different places, Hungary and Israel.
Yes.
You see that a lot. How are guys able to play 2 separate countries, 2 different leagues in the same year?
Lots of different reasons, but it's a great question. Sometimes you're in a place and you're not getting paid at all, and the checks are coming late, or they don't like you, and so you call your agent and say, get me out of here.
Let's take a look at the winning share for Antino Jackson. Let's can be sent with Zell. Should the enchantment win the whole ball of wax, he's getting $78,000. So it's basically if...
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of a bad fit in a team. And now he went to the second division in Israel, which is still a step up from Hungary. So, you know, his agent may have gotten him into a good spot.
Everett hits a three.
Yeah, this guy just played college basketball last year for Mark Pope up at BYU. Started his career at Oklahoma State.
He's one of the younger players in this year's field. McDonald, too strong, one-handed rebound. Johnson. 4-point game. Stillwater Stars starting to figure it out. They had a deep lull end of that first quarter. Johnson had his legs taken out. He's got to go to the free throw line.
He's been good. He's been a good, effective big man. I watched this kid in high school. I was helping run the Under Armour All-American camp, and we had him there, top 50 player. Highly recruited. Larry Krystoliak coached him for a couple years. Watch the good hard roll. Big guys have got to roll out of that ball screen quickly, and a good find. And this young man is from Mission Viejo, California, Santa Monica High School. This guy knows something about Southern California. Gottlieb, who grew up in Orange County.
Man, can he pass?
And Doug could really pass. He started his career at Notre Dame. And you know what's interesting about him? He was a righty who could not go right. He always passed to his left hand, and he was great at it. No one ever really figured it out.
Smith off balance, has it lip out, but it stays with the enchantment. Extra possession. Darrington Hobson back into the game. I haven't seen J.R. Giddens, who was a big story here in the second quarter for the enchantment, but they don't need him right now. Anthony Massey hits a three. That's the second three hit by Mathis.
Don't be surprised by that. He is already going to Dayton as one of the guys in the three-point shooting contest for $33,000.
Let's check in with Jen Hale.
That's a lot of money, guys. And you know what? Anthony Mathis, he's looking to heat up and get his feet under him. Not his best performance so far tonight, a little bit slow. He also had a slow night last night when he qualified for the three-point contest. He missed several shots, 5 in the first round, 6 in the second, but he's so good. He was still able to make the top 2. That's him and Connor Frankamp. They are advancing on, as Fran said. And you know that Mathis has it in him. The weekend before, he was in an alumni three-point contest for shooting, 22 of 25. So as he gets his legs under him, we're going to see more and more. Eric, we can't wait to see you call that game. You're going to be doing that contest with Eric McCollum and Angel Gray in Dayton.
I am. I can look forward to it as well. 22 out of 25. That's a big number. 88%.
Ooh.
Beautiful move by Matt.
How about
this
that?
Kid's not just a three-point sniper. He's got an all-around game.
You know, we call that PhD, proper hand development on that spin move.
You said we. Who calls it that? I never heard in my life.
Hey, me.
I love it.
PhD.
J.R. Giddens back into the game, and he is fouled.
Anthony Mathis was not the best player on his high school team.
What high school?
But watch the PhD right here. Watch the spin right here. Proper hand development. He
All right,
played
what high school did he go to?
Westland High School, right outside of Portland.
Okay, sure. I don't know. You got me.
No. You'll know it once I say it. Peyton Pritchard.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Had a nice rookie year.
He sure did. Yep. And Anthony's guardians are the Pritchards. Terry Pritchard, who was a player he was a football player for Barry Switzer at Oklahoma, tight end. He went to Oklahoma as a tight end. Bad move. They're running the wishbone.
Yeah, where's Keith Jackson? Look at J.R. Giddens, 36-year-old. That's another three-pointer. He's now in double figures.
You know what I love about him? He's so engaged on the defensive end.
J.R. Giddens played in the same McDonald's All-American game as LeBron James and Chris Paul. 2003 McDonald's All-American game, and he's still kicking it around here at TBT. Oh, yeah. Markel Brown, springy. Stars need more of that. They're starting to reel a little bit, down by 9.
Whatever happened to those two guys?
One's still playing tonight. 2003 McDonald's All-American game.
Nice.
Gordon.
Yep.
Good power.
Good pick and roll basketball right there. They iced him. They kept him on the side. And those big guys have got to know how to roll out quickly. These guys play at that level in Europe where they all do that well.
Qualls working against Hobson. Athletic rebound by Giddens.
Do those shots ever go in, the through the legs 10-time shots?
Never. No.
NBA guys don't even make that shot.
Shot that always goes in. It's when you give someone a hard, crisp chest pass, and they got to catch it, and the ball sticks in their hands. They always make that jump shot. A little broadcaster secret for you folks at home. All right, we've got a timeout. 3:03 remaining here in our second quarter. 11-point lead for the Enchantment.
It just prolongs the inevitable, right? But I guess it did negate a fast break, so that's not nothing. But that's what I like about the Elam ending. Like, fouling is really not a part of trying to make a comeback, right? And in fact, once they get the bonus, fouling is really detrimental because you give up a free throw and you have to give them the possession back.
Simmons and McCollum, Sean Willett, Todd Withers, Mike Davis. The 5 out there for D2 trying to finish this. Shot clock down to 8. Simmons wants it. The drop off and McCollum under the basket to send D2 into round 2. And what's their second TBT win?
And congratulations are in order for Grant Leonard's team. That was a performance, well-deserved win. It wasn't easy because Lee Virginia, as we talked about, underscored the talent they have.
Simmons and McCollum, Sean Willett, Todd Withers, Mike Davis. The 5 out there for D2 trying to finish this. Shot clock down to 8. Simmons wants it. The drop off and McCollum under the basket to send D2 into round 2. And what's their second TBT win?
That was just a moment ago. Congratulations to D2. Every game, of course, in TBT action ends with a game-winning shot. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. That's the West Virginia Regional. The bottom half of that bracket is being played today. We're the only other regional that's going on right now. We're out here in Wichita. So 2 of the 4 regionals underway this weekend.
Yep, and Kendall McCullum is going to tell his grandkids that he had an Elam-ending winner, the former star at Lewis University, now playing in Helsinki, Finland.
Oh, my goodness. You're amazing. Just amazing. Final 3 minutes of our first half. The Enchantment has really turned it on. They got a slow start, but at about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, they came on and really haven't let off at all. Giddens has been a big reason why. He's got that rebound over to Smith.
Nice.
And Mathis makes the layup.
Well, that's about the 3rd. I don't know how many assists he has on the stat sheet, but Jamal Smith is your pure point guard. Boy, is he nice in open court.
Mathis now with 9 points. Score the goal, Markel Brown. Brown's been consistent. He's been the best weapon offensively for the Stillwater Stars. She's got 12 of their 34 points.
I'll tell you, J.R. Giddens, I am so impressed with his physical conditioning for a guy 36. Look at him. He's a monster. This guy's a monster, too.
Gordon to spin. Drew Gordon began his college experience, a couple of years at UCLA before finishing at New Mexico. Was a big-time recruit, just like his younger brother Aaron.
Absolutely. Archbishop Mini High School in San Jose.
Another rebound, Giddens.
Little pick and roll right here in transition. Nope.
Giddens left alone, doesn't want to try it.
Don't tempt him.
Gordon, another basket. A couple of veterans, a couple of 30-year-olds playing keep away. Giddens finds Gordon.
Gordon's got that below the rim game, but very skilled using those hands.
Markel Brown. Carroll. Wow, that was a tough chance. Give him 3. Jeffrey Carroll, 2-time All-Big 12 performer. Now 26 years of age. Smith.
Oh, man.
Reverse layup, Jamal Smith.
Well, he still has it. I think, what was it, Brazil last year? I think that's where
he was in Brazil.
He was in Brazil, yep.
Knows a bit of Portuguese, probably.
Yep.
Final 40 seconds of our first half.
Nice pass.
Good look-away pass.
Yep.
And the score is Cesar Guerrero give the assist to Qualls. Wow, playing 2 for 1. That was not the shot that Kenny Thomas wanted.
Because it's 2 for 1 with a 30-second clock, not 24.
And Doug Gottlieb wants a timeout. Going to coach up his club. His team's down by 12, but they've got the final possession of our first half. Let's see if they draw up. We'll be back for the final 17.9 of our first half. Final 17.9 of our second quarter.
Yeah, Eric, on those jerseys, those Stillwater jerseys, it says FS. Ford Stewart was a former player at Oklahoma State. Assistant coach at St. Louis for Travis Ford. His uncle passed away suddenly this spring of an infection. And so these guys are playing with that, the FS, his honor on that uniform. Pretty cool.
Missed shot by the Stars, but still tons of time remaining here in the quarter. Guerrero is fouled. Mathis got him. So the game clock stops, 2.2 remaining in the second quarter, and Guerrero will go to the line.
Pretty good step back move right here by Guerrero. Watch him create some space, and he kicks the leg out. Come on now, guys. I didn't understand it's a veteran move around the world. You can't give him that. Mathis had a good beef.
Guerrero started at Oklahoma State, then transferred. Spent 3 seasons at Fresno State, but obviously made enough of an impression that the Oklahoma Sate alumni team actually wanted him back to play for the Stillwater Stars.
Yep, absolutely. Now playing in Mexico. Uh-oh.
And that will do it for the first half of play. Slow start for the Enchantment, but then they finish off the half like a house of fire. They lead by 12 as we head to intermission. 51-39 is our score. Still plenty of basketball remaining for the Stillwater Stars to mount their comeback. was one of the all-time greats in New Mexico. Kenny Thomas is with her. Jen, take it away.
Indeed, guys. Thanks so much. Kenny, congratulations on a fantastic first half. Your offensive execution, very impressive. You outshot them by about 20%. How did you develop this team chemistry when there's limited time to practice together?
It's been really nice. I tried to come into this situation letting the guys know that this is basically like an NBA short training camp, so we don't have a choice but to get ready. And the fact that these guys have kind of played with each other because they're all around the same age, except for a couple guys being older, the chemistry's kind of there. So it's exciting. The guys are really playing defense. That's what I really wanted, because we can score. We can score with anybody.
That chemistry certainly shows. This one's been a track meet, one of our highest scoring first halves all TBT so far. I know you've been rotating the players a lot. How do you make sure there's enough gas left in the tank for that Elam ending in fourth quarter?
Yeah, because we got a lot of guys on the bench that can come in and bring a lot of energy. And I think we got off to a great start, and I think we had a lot of high energy. We just got to come back out and have the same energy in the beginning. And I really feel like we're sharing the ball. I think we're sharing the ball a little bit too much, but that's a good thing. But the whole thing is that we're playing defense.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck second half.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Wonderful stuff, Jen. Thank you so much. Kenny Thomas painting the picture beautifully. His team playing beautifully. The Enchantment, they shoot 60% in the first half, and they lead the Stillwater Stars by 12 at the break.
Your favorite summer basketball tradition is back. TBT, the basketball tournament, well underway here in Wichita, Kansas. An absolutely beautiful day filled with a ton of fabulous basketball. Right now, we are doing our halftime report presented by the Air Force Reserve. Two of our alumni teams, the Enchantment out of New Mexico and the Stillwater Stars representing OK State, 51-39 at halftime right now. So far, Markel Brown has been the leading scorer for the Stars with 12 points. J.R. Giddens, 36 years old. He's getting the job done for the Enchantment, 11 points pacing them right now offensively. Now, the winner of this game advances on and faces the #1 seed, Everline Drive, Sunday, 9 Eastern on ESPN3. Everline Drive, one of the longest tenured teams here in TBT. They've competed all 8 years. They know what they're doing. They're widely veterans, so that'll be a really good game to watch. A little bit earlier today, Florida TNT and Kimchi Express faced off. Kimchi Express punching their ticket and moving on. LA Cheaters and Mental Toughness. That was a close one. I hope you got to watch it. The LA Cheaters triumph, though, winning by 3. They're out of the Drew League in LA. Fantastic job. That'll be a good one as well. And then, of course, Team Arkansas versus Fort Worth Funk. Team Arkansas, a team a lot of people thought were a sleeper, perhaps ranked too low. They will face Challenge ALS Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then we've got the Omaha Blue Crew at 4, going against the hometown favorites, the Aftershocks. This home crowd for the Aftershocks, absolutely amazing. A packed house last night for their first game. No doubt that Sunday afternoon matchup will be the same. And then, of course, those winners will try to advance on to the 3rd round to punch their tickets to Dayton, Ohio, where somebody will be competing for $1 million. It is a winner-take-all single-elimination tournament, so that's part of what makes this basketball so intense, so much fun to watch. Keep it right here. We're back with second half action right after this.
getting ready to play our third quarter. Fourth and final game of the day here in Wichita. Eighth and final game of our first round of this Wichita Regional. So far, so good. The Enchantment leading the Stillwater Stars 51-39. And how about the Graybeards for the Enchantment? J.R. Giddens, 36 years of age, and Drew Gordon, 31 years of age.
Tell you what, J.R. Giddens, he's been spending some time in the health department because he looks great. Physically imposing, knocking down shots, playing hard, active, talking on defense. And that's the J.R. Giddens that was once a first-round pick. And then, of course, Drew Gordon, who had a terrific career for Steve Alford, getting it done, still playing at a very high level in Europe. He's been in some great spots last year in Russia and getting it done for the Enchantment.
Look at the shooting percentage, 61% for the Enchantment.
28 points in the paint, dominating it. And this guy looks as good as ever. Young man from Oklahoma City. Started his career under Bill Self at Kansas and finished up strongly in Albuquerque.
So Stillwater Stars will start with the basketball. Markel Brown, who was one of the bright spots for the Stars, he's going to start triggering the inbound right at half court. $64 teams, one winner, $1 million prize. 4 regions, 2 this weekend, Wichita, West Virginia, 2 next weekend, Columbus and Peoria. 2 teams from each region will go to championship week in Dayton starting July 31st. Let's check in with Jen Hale. I guess, Jen, you had a chance to talk to Doug Gottlieb.
I sure did, Eric. Had a chance to get some words of wisdom for him on what he told his team at halftime, and he got into them about their defense. He says they are not putting in enough effort to get back. They got to get more stops. Way too many easy layups for the Enchantment, according to Gottlieb. So we'll see if their defense is any more intense this half. And Franny, I know you have said this several times. Offensively, Gottlieb wants to see them move the ball. Good things happen when that ball moves and doesn't stick.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. It's tried and true part of basketball.
Drew Gordon has the ball, draws a crowd. Methodical, taking his time, pass Anthony Mathis. I'll tell you, Anthony Mathis came into this game advertised as an elite shooter. He's just been a solid floor presence on the offensive end.
Yep, that was a great cut off the ball, to your point, Eric. And you see the patience of Gordon. You don't see that from college post players, but guys that play around the world. Watch him look to the middle and wait for the cutter. This is perfect. Great cut behind Carroll. To your point by Anthony Mathis, well done.
Mathis now with 11 points. Those 11 points tied with J.R. Giddens for top on the Enchantment. Loose picked up by Smith, wants to run. Doesn't have numbers. Transition 3. Offensive rebound, Martinez. Extra possession for the Enchantment. Giddens missed everything. Gordon, what a wraparound backdoor pass. Martinez is blocked away by Johnson. Great defense by Johnson. And a foul as Qualls had his lower body pushed, trying to finish off that alley-oop.
Yep, exactly. Qualls was looking for the alley-oop, and he can go up there and get it. And then Mathis walked in under contact, and a good call.
Stillwater Stars. Oklahoma State alums. Head coach Doug Gottlieb, one of them.
Doug played for the great Eddie Sutton, who this year was honored by a Hall of Fame induction finally.
Hey, B, stay home.
Was he really asking if someone needed help with the double team, or was he just basically motivating?
No, I think he was.
Some people like to say, yes, help.
If I was guarding Drew Gordon, I need a double team. I probably need 2 more guys. Yeah, no, I think that was good coaching right there.
Mathis hangs and hits. I like this kid. I like this kid a lot.
Yep, I think you'll see him in the summer league with the San Antonio Spurs again. Nice. Got to finish that.
Talking about Anthony Mathis, mentioned that he played at New Mexico, finished off at Oregon, Actually reminds me a little bit, look at Giddens. Still got him at 36. Anthony Mathis reminds me of another former Oregon Duck. Dylan Brooks a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good call. Dylan is having a terrific run with the Memphis Grizzlies. And there is a backstory there. I mentioned Anthony Mathis played high school basketball. Got a foul call inside. He played high school basketball with Peyton Pritchard.
Yep.
Came to New Mexico, had 3 really good years, and decided, I want to play with my high school teammate. You know, his mom and dad are my guardians. He went back to Oregon, had a solid senior year, 10 points a game, but he did it with his high school teammate, Peyton Pritchard, who you mentioned had a terrific rookie year for the Celtics.
The Enchantment, the lead in the ball, up by 17. That's the high water mark. Stillwater Stars in trouble. This was advertised as a close game. It's an 8-9 matchup. Averett. Another one and done. Here's Mathis, man we're talking about with the basketball. Not just the shooter. This guy's got the whole offensive package. Bodies flying, and finally a stoppage. There's going to be a timeout. Mathis has earned a blow. So we've got a timeout on the floor. 6:05 remaining, third quarter. Big lead, 17 points for the Enchantment. Take a deeper look at the Enchantment with details by 99 Designs by Vista Prints. It's a team made up of New Mexico alums. They're called the Enchantment because if you've ever been in New Mexico, the bottom of the license plate, at least used to, the land of enchantment.
Yep.
Cool colors, of course, Pueblo inspired. Pretty cool stuff. 99 Designs by Vista Print designed many of the team logos for this year's event. See what they can do for you. Pretty good basketball tradition down there in Albuquerque.
The Pit.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Name the only Hall of Famer, NBA Hall, well, the only basketball Hall of Famer to ever play in New Mexico.
Ooh. I would have said Luke, not Luke Longley. Don't tell me. I'm going to say Mel Daniels.
Mel Daniels, you're good.
Mel Daniels, man.
You're good, man.
Mel was a great, great human being.
I'm sure there's some people who think that Michael Cooper should be a Hall of Famer, but he's not.
Mel was a great player with the Indiana Pacers. Yep. Long-time scout for the Pacers. I used to see Mel on the road and one of the General Giant. General Giant, no longer with us.
Pipeline. Oh, man, look at that. Yep. Bad intentions. Drew Gordon finishes with strength.
And I mentioned this in the first half. Did you notice the way Drew Gordon gets out of that ball screen quickly? And then he's got to catch a ball on the move. And the more you play overseas, the more you're involved as a big man in pick and roll. And just watch him open up and catch that ball without travel. Great job.
Score the goal. Brandon Averett, and he's fouled. One of the youngest players in this year's field. Chance for a three-point play. Just 4 months ago, he was wearing the short pants playing in the college game.
Yes, he was.
Played at BYU.
He was in the NCAA tournament.
NCAA tournament and the basketball tournament the same year.
Yeah, how about that?
Cool.
Pretty cool. Could make more money in the basketball tournament, especially if you go to BYU. You should not get a dime. Now, some other places. We can get into it. Oh.
Sorry for another day.
Yes, sir. NIL's coming. It'll clean up all the cheating.
Mathis has the ball stripped away. Averett rocked the cradle, scored with left hand.
Little PhD right there.
We learned it.
Yep.
Proper hand distribution. Oh, development. Okay.
Yep. Got to be able to spin that ball. A little English.
Jackson rings the bell, and Tino Jackson, that's a three. So just when it looked like maybe the Stillwater Stars are going to get some momentum, the Enchantment gets it right back. Guerrero. Three-pointer, Cesar Guerrero.
what's been really underrated about the enchantment tonight? Point guard play. Smith and Tino Jackson. Watch this kick out here. Speaking of point guard play. A Barrett to Cesar Guerrero, knocking it down.
Talk about point guard play, passing the basketball. The enchantment, they've made 25 field goals. 14 of them have been assisted.
Take that. Yep, there you go.
As a club, 59% shooting, 59.5. Your first time out playing as a unit after traveling here.
Yes.
I don't think they flew here, did they?
10 hours.
10 hours in the bus.
You want to hear something amazing?
What's that?
How about Anthony Mathis qualifying? So you can't do that on the free throw.
Nope. Right.
And here's the rule in TBT. Nope. Can't do it on the free throw because by rule in TBT, because the lane is shorter and closer, it's not the FIBA or NBA lane, that is basket interference. See, watch this now. On a free throw, you are not allowed to knock this ball off the rim like you can in FIBA because the adjustment is smaller lane and not going to allow you to do that. Good piece of officiating. Once again.
So score the free throw.
Yes. Count the ball. Basket.
Lead is 16 for the enchantment.
Oh boy.
Loose ball run down by Averett. Misses the left-handed layup. Numbers right now for the enchantment. It's a 5-on-4. What can they get? Holyfield had a layup and he's fouled.
I'll tell you what, Tino Jackson pushed that ball to J.R. Giddens, and J.R.'s had a terrific night. I'm going to be honest, Eric. I didn't expect this from J.R. I thought he might come in and just, I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't want to cast aspersions. My people in Albuquerque told me he's a workout freak, and he looks it. He looks it. Good for him. Coaching those young ladies up at Northern New Mexico College, good for J.R.
Holyfield back to the line. Got a unique setup. I don't think he's exactly square with that nail at the free throw line.
And we can work on that follow through as well. He's giving you a Steve Nash. Let's see, he'll make this one.
I didn't have nearly as much confidence as you did. I don't know where you got the confidence, partner.
I'm law of averages. Oh, man.
17-point ball game. Final 4 minutes of our third quarter. Qualls. Loose ball run down by Thomas. Cleveland, Pancake Thomas. One of the best nicknames in the TBT. And what do we got? 3 seconds. 3 seconds. It's a turnover. And it'll go back over to the Stillwater Stars. Stars need to make a run. Need to get a line. They trail by 17. 3:36 remaining, third quarter.
They're not paying attention to you. They're sagging off. That's a lob at the basket. No need. Make them respect you. Make them step out.
We got time. TV timeout.
We got time.
That's a good question.
Go in though. You're in the right spot. You're in the right spot.
Our ball on the baseline?
Their ball right there. Coming at us.
2-3.
Yeah, when you're liking the game, yeah.
Ends need to pick up full court. They can do whatever you want to do.
fun one. We've seen, maybe the most impressive performance of any of these teams in the first round here at Wichita Regional. The Enchantment, their offense has been sublime. Stillwater Stars have done some good things, but just not enough to hang with the Enchantment.
Not only sublime, but they've played well, too. And,
remember, Jen Hale says, I'm the astute one, not you.
I'm the guy from Brooklyn. Where'd you go, Northwestern?
Anyone else go to Northwestern?
Where'd you go to college?
Small school upstate New York called St. Lawrence University.
St. Lawrence, yeah, great hockey.
Oh, yeah, that's what everyone says.
Oh, that's big time, man. That's a great hockey school.
Johnson, he's had a night.
Send it in.
Johnson, one of the youngest players, 23-year-old 7-footer. Played in Serbia last offseason.
Late addition to this team.
Hobson. Long rebound run down by Guerrero.
Oh, nice pass.
Even better catch. Are they going to give him continuation? Yes.
Or did they call a charge?
Yep. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow, let's watch right here.
7-footer.
I like it. I think he's there.
He's a 7-foot man.
Don't throw it to him.
When he made the catch, though, that was actually a really athletic play by Jace Johnson.
It wasn't his fault.
But he got penalized for being a 7-foot big man.
If I was Cesar Guerrero, I like that, by the way. They always get penalized, those big guys.
Nobody roots for Goliath.
Nah, if I was Cesar, I'm not sure I would give it to him on the move like that. But you're right, it was good athletic play by the big guy.
Walls blocks the shot of Antino Jackson. Jackson steps for it, gets it back, and a foul. Foul called on Walls.
Yes, I love look at the Enchantment bench. They are into it. Holyfield up, Anthony Mathis. It's fun.
When Jen was talking to Kenny Thomas at the half, he said, you know what, depth is a real important thing with this. And I see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
They just bring waves of guys in there. Everyone's got energy. Everyone's rooting for everyone else. Everyone's got a vested interest because they're playing. I really like their club 1 through 11.
You know, this is a perfect example of TBT playing for the front of the jersey. Because every guy but Holyfield is a former Lobo, and they look like it. And every guy scored in the first half, every player.
Somewhere Tony Snell smiling.
Oh, yeah. Tony Snell's doing well in the NBA, boy.
I don't think you're going to rip it away from Drew Gordon. That's a bad idea for Chase Johnson. Go tangle it in. He is one tough hombre.
Mentioned his sister Elizabeth. She's the smart one in the family. She went to Harvard. Played for Katie Smith, great program. Not that they aren't smart.
Katie Smith? The great Katie Smith, Ohio State?
No, not that Katie Smith.
Okay.
Kate Smith is the coach at Harvard now. But Katie Smith was a hell of a player.
One of the all-time greats?
All-time greats.
What do you have in common with Katie Smith?
We both
one of my former partners over the years.
Okay, there you go. Both former Buckeyes. Both former Buckeyes. See? 2 for 2.
17-point lead for the Enchantment. It's going to be a turnaround. Winner of this game has to play again tomorrow. And possibly as a disadvantage, some other teams from Friday will play tomorrow as well. And Thomas is fouled before the shot.
And it's a great point, and I think it also it should be made that we've talked about that depth, which will help them tonight. I almost think I'd rather play back-to-back games, you know, because you got that rhythm and continuity going. But they've got the depth to do it.
Monday is going to be an off day for everyone here at the Wichita Regional. So games Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday's a day off for everyone. And then Tuesday, 2 teams will punch their ticket to championship week in Dayton starting July 31st. You got to win 3 games to come out of the Wichita Regional, out of all 4 of the regionals.
Be interesting because both the West Virginia and Wichita regional teams will have a week and a half off.
Long 2, Markel Brown. .139 remaining, third quarter. Early in the game, back in that first quarter, Stillwater Stars led by 7, 17-10 at one point. But immediately when they took a 7-point lead, the Enchantment seemed to get angry. They figured it out, and they really haven't let the foot off the gas ever since.
Well, they're in Wichita, so they played angry. You play angry when you're in here.
Gordon flips it up and in.
It worked for Wichita State, right? Shockers. Former coach Greg Marshall. A lot of Wichita alums in town, the players.
Olivier, no. Numbers for the Enchantment.
Nice.
Extra
nice.
pass. Martinez.
Oh, we can't
missed the
finish.
layup, hops in the rebound, puts it back up and in.
That's that energy we talked about. Doug Gottlieb wants to talk it over. Darrington Hobson making plays for others.
That is now the largest lead of the ball game for the Enchantment. They lead by that special Michael Jordan number, 23.
Always a good number. Take a look right here. On a hot potato. Roman Martinez can't finish it, but Hobson, who made the pass, ends up with the bucket. I love the energy on that bench, too. Everybody's engaged.
Oh, it's their ball.
You talked about that 10-hour bus ride. I don't think anyone wants to hop on that bus tomorrow and go back for 10 hours.
Get a couple more nights sleep.
Yeah.
It's their ball. They'll probably take, we probably only have like 25, 30 seconds. Pick and roll. High pick and roll. Keep it simple.
Hey, you want to try to say that Spanish?
Spanish.
Yeah. Spanish
What's
pick
that?
and roll?
Yeah.
Top ball screen, back screen.
Hey, you guys know the...
Let Ro do it.
Here.
Look, no. Look, Antono.
We got time.
Ro. Who else is in? Pancake and butter. Hey, Drew is gonna send it. Antono, come on. Ro back screen. Drew going.
Oh, that's hot.
Wide open. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Them.
Go.
In the Huddle, brought to you by Puma Basketball. That's pretty cool. This isn't some group of guys just brought together. They know each other for a long time. They say family when they break the huddle. That means something.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You heard something there. We're not going to get technical too much here. But Spain pick and roll, next time they're down, that's a ball screen and a screen for the screener. We'll keep an eye on that.
Why is it called Spain?
Because the coach of Spain in the last couple of Olympics has run that play, Sergio Scariolo. We've been running that play for 100 years, but it's become more popular lately because Spain, with Gasol and Rubio and those guys are running it. So all of us around the world now, we call that Spain pick and roll. Screener sets the screen, and then we set a back screen for the screener going to the rim.
And when you say everyone's running that now, calling that now, are you talking from your international basketball
everywhere.
background, or are you talking college as well?
College, NBA, we say Spain pick and roll, everybody, that's like, shorthand. And that's the beauty of basketball. Nothing's been invented, it all comes full circle. But most recently, the Spanish Olympic team, Gasol and Fernandez and Rodriguez and Rubio, they run that play, and we all kind of go to school on it. And because these guys play around the world, it's very common around the world now, that particular play.
Is Spain, the Spanish Pro League, is that tops outside the NBA in terms of pro leagues?
I believe so. Second best league in the world, unless you count the Euro League, which, like the Euro League in soccer, is a compilation of the best teams in Europe.
Yep.
So Real Madrid and Barcelona will play in the Euro League on the weekends, and they'll play in the Spanish League on the weekdays. Great questions, by the way.
That's good defense by the Stillwater Stars to use up a lot of clock. So the Enchantment can't go 2 for 1. If that was just normal defense, there's a good chance the Enchantment would have streaked down the floor, put something up, and got back on defense and gotten the ball back. They'd have 2 possessions in the final 40 seconds. Small thing by Doug Gottlieb and his staff, but a smart move. And now they've got the ball back. Shot clock's off. Nice pass. Jeffrey Carroll finishes off the alley-oop. And that's exactly how the Stillwater Stars wanted to end the quarter. That's kind of the best case scenario. So they had a plan, and the plan worked. That'll do it. Fourth quarter's next. The fourth quarter and the Elam ending. Opportunities with Air Force Reserve. TBT, the basketball tournament, is presented by Puma and by Air Force Reserve. Explore your opportunities with Air Force Reserve. Starting our fourth quarter, let's take a look at today's turning point, brought to you by E&J Brandy and the National Urban League.
Yes, turning point, first half. A lot of excellent execution by this team from the land of enchantment, known as the Enchantment, the New Mexico Lobos there. You see Kenny Thomas, who, listen, they had training camp. They played against a group of alumni players last week. More alumni. There's a lot of New Mexico basketball alumni down there.
Wow.
And Kenny Thomas, he's got his team rocking and rolling right now. I've been really impressed with the coaching and the organization.
E&J is proud to partner with the National Urban League to empower communities. All right, fourth quarter. Once we get under the 4-minute mark, we will have the Elam ending. Leading score will have 8 points added to it, and that'll be the target score for both teams. Wow, score the goal. Jeffrey Carroll rips it triple, and he watched it go through from his wallet. He was sitting on his bum when that ball went through.
There's that pressure you talked about. That was a little bit of a nuisance at the end of the third quarter. And there it is.
Turnover. There's still a pulse with these Stillwater Stars. That'd be nice. Markel Brown too strong, but a rebound by Johnson. Flips it up and throws. So the first 5 points of the quarter have gone to the Stillwater Stars.
And his pressure's getting a little bit of a problem for the Enchantment. I don't know if they have the depth Stillwater to do this for the next 4 minutes or so, but it's certainly been effective.
Get it. Space out, Pete.
Yeah, 14 points.
Good count.
Doable. He got it back. Here comes Markel Brown.
That's a foul.
And he is fouled right at half court by Jamal Smith. Well, remember, dial it back to the end of the third quarter. The Stars, magnificent use of the last 40 seconds of the quarter to kind of mitigate what could possibly bad happen to them. And now, knowing that they have positive momentum, building on it here in the fourth quarter.
It's a great point. You pointed that out, and it certainly has been a charm so far for Stillwater. And by the way, when you have a big lead like Enchantment has, sometimes you get a little tight with that lead.
They're trying to get that 4-minute mark in the Elam ending. Carroll! That's a three!
Wow!
Jeffrey Carroll come alive.
The Enchantment handling this ball like a hot potato.
Gibbs turns it over. Tried to kick it and he got whistled for it.
Now, give Doug Gottlieb credit because these guys are not quitting. I like it. Take a look, man. This has been harassment. You can get 3 to 5 in New York for this. It's a great effort. And they're pressing. Pro guys aren't supposed to press like this. That's the college stuff.
11-point game.
That's good.
9-point game. And the Enchantment reeling. They've got to call timeout. What a magnificent start to this fourth quarter for the Stillwater Stars.
I haven't seen this since Ali Rope-a-Dope Foreman, man. This is unbelievable. This looked like Enchantment were cruising to Sunday.
Enchantment at its best up by 23. But since that time, it has been all Stillwater. The Stars have run off 14 unanswered points.
Wow.
Good golly, Miss Molly. It was 72-49, and then the air came out of the balloon for the Enchantment.
Well, I'll tell you,
That happens in Albuquerque on occasion.
Listen, they're tentative, okay? And now they're going to try and shove it up your butt. Okay, so they drive in that shit, take a charge, right? But keep playing, they're going to get a bucket. And I love that downhill shit, okay? So remember, we get Markel and JC there, we got Jason on that ball screen, okay? Remember, on the press, take away the middle, make them keep going back.
Let's go.
All right, Doug Gottlieb is fired up as his team right now. It has been all Stillwater Stars to begin this fourth quarter. But as we've talked about all evening long, the Enchantment's built for this. They got an experienced club on the floor right now. They've got 3 30-year-olds. Hobson, Giddens, and Gordon. All have spent a decade playing pro ball, and that's what you get. Hobson finds Gordon for the layup.
And let me give you a little other nugget there. 2 point guards to handle that first part of the press. Smart play by Kenny Thomas.
Avarat. And a foul.
Those big guys did a great job of finishing at the other end, and it started with Smith and Jackson. But here's the foul right here. Watch the foot. Watch that good job of not moving that pivot foot. It looks like he got fouled at the end of that shot.
It's got to be so much fun for Brandon Everett. We told you he played at BYU this past season. 4 months ago, he's a college player. Remember when you were a kid and the big kids let you play? And you were the youngest person on the floor, how good you felt?
Exactly, yeah. Because, you know what? He's on his way to Cyprus, but he's never played professional basketball, so they trust him. You know, all these other guys are playing at a high level somewhere, and good addition. Okay, you see Smith and Jackson in now. You haven't seen that much today, but Kenny Thomas wants some sure ball handling out there.
Anthony Jackson gets it over to Jamal Smith. Everyone on that front wall for the Enchantment is a 30-year-old veteran. Spent a long time playing pro ball everywhere across the world.
Nice catch.
Qualls.
Yes.
2 more for the Stars. The Enchantment can't get to the Elam ending fast enough. Lazy pass. Somehow made it to Hobson. And denied! Johnson takes it away from Thornton, who can't believe it.
Watch out.
Carroll! And a foul. It's going to go against J.R. Giddens.
Jeffrey Carroll feeling it, catching, shooting a 3 off the break, and watch the block by Jace Johnson right here. The late addition to this team, the fill-in, and just a great defensive play at the rim. Wow.
No. 9-point game. That's a grown-up move right there. That is a thing of beauty by Jace Johnson. Bodies flying, no whistle. The Enchantment needs a bucket. They just need a good possession. They have scored just 2 points here in the first 3 minutes and change of the fourth quarter. And a timeout. That possession wasn't going anywhere fast. Kenny Thomas wants to talk it over. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
I'd get Anthony Mathis Jr. back in. I think they got to go back and get some scoring out of that guard spot. They got 2 point guards out there. Yes, they needed it for the pressure, but they need him in the half court now.
An 18-2 run for the Stillwater Stars, dating back to the tail end of the third quarter.
Okay, they just want to get the fuck out of here. We're not going to let it. Hey, guys. Hey, so listen. I'm the OB, okay?
Anthony here, Jamal there. That's all we got to do. No timeout. Let's go. No timeout.
Take care of the ball, man. Take care of the ball.
Well, we just heard of that huddle for the Enchantment. No timeouts remaining for the Enchantment. So if things go sideways, they don't have a bailout option.
And you hear Doug Gottlieb, he said they can't wait to get this game over with quick enough.
Well, we still have at least 1:38 before we dip underneath the 4-minute mark, and we have the Elam ending, and the game clock will be wiped away. Foul called on Markel Brown.
And that's only the first team foul of the fourth quarter for Stillwater, so they can be a little bit aggressive with that pressure. No harm yet. You don't want to just randomly foul.
Blocked away from behind. Here come the Stillwater Stars. A lot of dribblings. Markel Brown. How did he do that? Chicken salad, Markel Brown.
He was sliding out of bounds. I think you got to get Mathis back in. They need some scoring from the backcourt.
Sure looked like a bad idea for Markel Brown, but it results in a deuce. 5-point ball game. Enchantment gasping right now.
And they've taken the air out of the ball.
How does a team with so many veterans just fall apart like a $3 suitcase? Gordon, no. Rebounding Johnson, playing like a man possessed.
Get Mathis back in.
Averett, youngster. This would be something. Markel Brown leaves it in the corner and blocked by Giddens. That's what veterans are for. The Enchantment again. Not interested in looking at the hoop. They want to play clock. Hobson.
Oh, nice!
What a pass by Gordon. Deflected it over to Giddens.
And JR's done it on both ends. Great block shot of the Qualls jumper and then the hustle basket.
Giddens got 15 to lead the way for the Enchantment. Man, if the Stillwater Stars could have just picked up that loose ball. They were down 5 with a chance on the offensive end. We have now reached the Elam ending. Game clock turned off. Our target score is 84. We've reached the Elam ending, and it's dicey right now because of the comeback by the Stillwater Stars.
20-4 run for the Stillwater Stars. Give them credit. They have never died. Their press has been outstanding. Markel Brown, former NBA player, former great Cowboy star, leading the way. Michael Qualls getting it done. The Arkansas Razorback, and now, hey, they have given themselves a chance after being down, what was it, 20?
They're down 23.
There you go.
72-49 at one point, tail end of the third quarter. All right, that's all gone now. The first team to 84 will win. Game clock's off, still playing that 30-second shot clock. Got to get to 84, so Enchantment, of course, they just need 8 points. Stillwater Stars, they're going to have to do a little bit more work. They're going to have to pick up 15 points. Jeffrey Carroll working off that screen from Johnson.
He should have shot that ball. He's got to be more aggressive.
Averett, first bucket. Here in our Elam ending, scored by the Stillwater Stars.
Poised by the youngster.
Still no Anthony Mathis, who's played so well. He hadn't played at all here in the fourth quarter.
I think they need his offense. Those 2 point guards are terrific, but they're not giving him anything.
Jamal Smith. They go down to the block, the veteran. Gordon dumps down Hobson, pass knocked away. Yeah, it's been the same 5 this entire fourth quarter for the Enchantment. Veterans get Hobson and Gordon up front with the backcourt of Jackson and Smith.
Shot clock is low.
Hobson recognizes, puts it on the rim, and it's a fruitless possession. Here come the Stillwater Stars.
Nice. They got no scoring. New Mexico's got no scoring right now. Throwing it into the bigs, not getting it done. That's a foul.
Jackson behind the defense, scores the first bucket of Elam ending. Man, was that necessary for the Enchantment?
Fortunate, too. Markel Brown almost poked that ball loose. Great catch.
Target scores 84. The Enchantment 6 away. Stillwater Stars 11 away. Brown slides through 2 defenders, missed the layup. And Jackson was on the end line.
Somebody made a great play knocking that ball off the rim because it looked like it was going to go.
And a timeout called by the Stillwater Stars. I'm going to play devil's advocate, Fran. The Enchantment really not doing anything right. They've got no timeouts remaining. Why did Stillwater bail them out with a timeout?
I don't mind it because I think what Doug Gottlieb's doing right now is continuing to set up those huddles, the confidence. Here's what we're doing. We're going to do this on offense. We're going to do this on defense. We got it underneath. We're going to score on this play. We're going to be down 3. So no problem.
If he chases, you get a layup. Okay, then get out. Chase, you screen him, and you cut. Mike Qualls, you screen at the elbow. Jeff Carroll, you're going to screen for him, then you're coming up to stagger double the ball screen. Okay? Hey, screen and slip. Screen and slip. We got screen him.
Very formal. Doug Gottlieb referring to everyone by both their first and last name.
Carroll! No, other side, Qualls! Qualls, other side! Carroll, top of the team.
Mathis back in the game for the Enchantment. This is his first tick of the fourth quarter. That's the only substitution. Mathis comes in replacing Jamal Smith. Qualls. Averett. Huge shot! Are you kidding?
Look at the relentlessness of this defense right now.
Giddens runs down the loose ball. Size advantage, had it cleanly stripped away. It stays with the Enchantment. All right, where's the offense going to come from for the Enchantment? How are they going to get back to scoring?
I think they've got to involve Mathis. Watch Averett now. This is big time right here. But now they just got to get back to doing what they did in the first 3 quarters, which is play the bigs, play Mathis. You got a point guard out there. Look at this.
Mathis short-armed it.
Oh boy, no, don't do that.
To a 7-footer. That's a bad idea.
Youth was not served on that possession for Doug Gottlieb.
Dangerous pass on the other end for the Enchantment. Folks, put this in perspective. The Enchantment led 72-49. A 23-point stiff arm close to the tail end of that third quarter. Since that time, they have scored a grand total of 6 points, while the Stillwater Stars have reeled off 27. Oh my goodness! Biggest shot of the game, Anthony Mason. How do you do?
That's what he does.
Anthony Mason has been wonderful. Swooping hook. Averett, no. Johnson, yes.
Oh, man. I love the way he's played today. What energy.
A 3 wins it for the Enchantment. I don't know why anyone would shoot the basketball not named Anthony Mathis.
There it is.
He's the only guy I trust. Mathis had his pocket picked. Here come the Stars. They got numbers. 1-point game. 81-80. First team to 84 wins. The Enchantment with no timeout. They can't talk it over.
And they got to chase Mathis off the three-point line. No, that's not
Jackson. Loose. Hobson has it. For the win. Stays with the Enchantment. And a foul. We can all catch our breath.
You know what we call this? Mayhem. That's what we have right now. Now, if you're Stillwater, you chase everybody off the three-point line. You cannot lose with a 2.
A 3 wins it. What a comeback by the Stillwater Stars. The Enchantment, no timeout. They've got to inbound this cleanly. It's going to be underneath the basket, triggered by Hobson. Here's the 36-year-old Giddens. And he's pushed off his mark.
Yep, they have 2 to give.
And that's now.
It should be 3.
It is.
Yep. See, I would put a taller player on Mathis.
Jackson, mugged. Markel Brown didn't mean to, but he just clotheslined. Jackson.
I would put a Barrett on Jackson, and I would take Markel Brown or somebody bigger and put him on Mathis.
All right, both sides now with 4 team fouls. You get 5 and you get the bonus. So next time we have a foul, even if it's a non-shooting foul, it will be a free throw. Giddens is fouled, he'll go to the line. Not going to be able to win at the line, but he will go to the line. It was a shooting foul, so 2 free throws for J.R. Giddens.
And in that situation, that's actually not a bad play. Putting pressure on Giddens to make both. Stillwater still needs 2 possessions.
Giddens so far tonight, 1 free throw attempt, he made it. Two points to win for the Enchantment.
Stillwater needs 2 twos. They don't have to shoot a desperation 3 unless it's a good look.
Markel Brown. Qualls. Last touch by Johnson. All right, anything will secure a win for the Enchantment. Put it through the tin and it's over. Here comes Jackson. Gordon! And somehow the Stars dodge a bullet. Brown. Balls. Now both sides can win the ball game with a basket. Next basket wins. timeout for the Enchantment. Gonna have to figure it out on the fly.
Who's going to take this shot?
Giddens. Blocked cleanly. Johnson took it away. Both sides in the bonus. Can't foul. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Jeffrey Carroll, what a play. I don't believe it. I don't believe it! A 23-point lead evaporated! What a magic carpet ride for the Stillwater Stars!
You know what? That guy in the huddle, Doug Gottlieb, he wouldn't let them quit. Watch the dribbling magic of Marcus Haynes like Averett for the finish to Carroll.
Absolutely amazing. The Stillwater Stars were left for dead on the side of the road. They overcome a 72-49 deficit to blitz the Enchantment and to move their name into the second round. How diddly-dee. What a special performance. Partner, you've been doing this for a long time. When was the last time you saw a 23-point deficit erased?
I'll tell you, I don't know the records. It's got to be one of the greatest comebacks in the history of TBT. This is the beauty of the Elam ending. The Enchantment could not run out the clock. And what did they do? They didn't score enough points.
A 35-11 run to win the ball game. The Stillwater Stars, you've earned it. You get a chance to play tomorrow against the #1 seed, Everline Drive. Man, sure hope they have something left in the tank. They used up a lot tonight, but it was worth it. We'll talk about this one 30 years from now. A tip of the cap to the fellows from Stillwater. Just incredible. And Doug Gottlieb, who is normally at a loss for words, is going to have to come up with something creative to say. Doug Gottlieb pushed all the right buttons, an absolutely brilliant, maestro-like effort to get her done. Now, he's usually at a loss for words. Let's see if he can come up with something creative to say. Jen, take it away.
Oh, it's the wrong guy.
I have a feeling he'll be just fine, guys. Oh, my gosh, Doug, that was amazing. What was the key to that fourth quarter when you punched him in the mouth and rallied back from 23 points?
Honestly, Jen, it's the guys. You know, I went and said to him, hey, we're gonna press, okay, and then we're gonna cut it to 13, and they're gonna call a timeout. Then we're gonna cut it to 7, and they're gonna call a timeout. It got to 11, they called a timeout. But it was all of those guys. They just kept picking each other up. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I thought we were done. I just want to make it competitive, and then they just kept fighting. And I thought New Mexico tired, you know. And then we just made some shots and made some plays, and then somehow survived at the end. You know, luckily using fouls. I mean, I got to tell you, Brandon Averett was amazing, you know. And Mike Boynton, who recruited him, Stephen F., and then brought him to Oklahoma State, he's like, look, man, if it gets into a dogfight, that's the guy you want. He was incredible. But honestly, Jen, it was those guys. I can say whatever I want, but it's all about them believing, looking at the scoreboard and going, we still got this, and they did.
It was so much fun to watch, and we heard you in the huddle saying it's not over. You're still in this. Come on, come on. When you look at Markel Brown's contributions, leading scorer for the entire game, how much does he mean to this squad in terms of leadership as well as on the court production?
Look, when you have those NBA credit hours, right, played 3 years in the NBA, everybody respects him. And everybody at Oklahoma State who played at Oklahoma State respects him. He can really play. But it's also how he carries himself. And, you know, he asked me for a little break in the second half, and I was like, no, you don't get any break. Keep fighting. And he just kind of kept playing and kept playing. And to his credit, we ran a couple plays for him that they did a good job of blowing up, not letting him get the ball, and he didn't get frustrated. Whereas a lot of guys would, you know, give me the ball, I'm down 19, I'm gonna try and win it by myself, but he didn't. So his leadership is outstanding. He carries himself kind of in a regal, sort of classy way, and all the guys bought in. He didn't quit on them. And when you are who your best player is, and when your best player doesn't quit, nobody's going to quit.
You're a tough coach. I love every second of it. All right, speaking of tough.
Oh, God.
Eberline Drive
Yes.
is your next opponent, the #1 seed. How do you
Were the
get
Bucks
ready?
not available? What about the Suns? I mean, I'm looking, and they got Giants, and we had to go with our Oompa Loompas to win the game. Our biggest concern was fatigue, and if we played, we got 8 guys, and then we had to press, and we had to fight. So just to me, it's, hey, let's just get rested, and let's just see kind of what we got. We're better than how we played in the first half, but we're not better than Eberline Drive. They're very well coached, and they got dudes. So we'll do the best we can, but, man, this was fun. I mean, it was really, really fun. I mean, and honestly, like, that was AAU basketball, right? Go to a diamond press, Franny. Like, go to diamond press, pick up, helter-skelter, take away the middle, and let's just go. And when the ball gets past you, compete. And those guys competed. I mean, it was really about the players. They didn't want to go home, and they're not, so we're staying another night.
Doug Gottlieb, fabulous on the air, fabulous on the coaching bench. Thanks for your time. Best of luck. We'll see you later this weekend.
We will see you.
Guys.
Jen, fantastic work. Wow. All right, Fran
Wow.
Fraschilla, no one has seen more TBT than you. You get the final thoughts on what we saw this evening. Just incredible.
It's easy to quit. It's easy to quit. You know you got 6 games to win $1 million, and you're here. You're going to lose. You're going to go home after 1 game, but they didn't quit. Their coach did a great job. The veteran players did a great job. You called it at the end of the third quarter with the strategy that Doug employed, and they didn't quit. That's basketball. It's the beauty. And you know what? The Elam ending, you got to keep scoring, and they didn't. And the Enchantment did not keep scoring. We said that, and couldn't run out the clock. Not in this tournament.
35-11 run to finish the game, just incredible. And yeah, you know that you got the #1 team coming up next tomorrow, Eberline Drive, but they didn't care. You know, we'll take our chances. You know, let's just win one ball game, and they did. Sometimes magic happens, and it seems like magic happens a whole heck of a lot here with the TBT. Final score, an unlikely 84-83 win. The Stillwater Stars, the victory over the Enchantment. Sure hope you enjoyed it. For my partner, Fran Fraschilla, and Jen Hale, I'm Eric Collins saying so long, everybody, from Wichita, Kansas.